Hello and very good evening to all our viewers. You're watching ThePapare.com and today's live single schools rugby match between CWW Kannangara Vidyalaya and the Kingswood College Kandy here at the CRNFC grounds. So Kingswood, of course, they lost in a nail biter against St. Peter's in the second week. In fact, the match in fact ended in 12 points to 13. Final minute penalty by St. Peter's secured their first win. And CWW Kannangara, on the other hand, this is their history. They have made the history playing in the top segment of Sri Lankan schools rugby. So, so far they have played 2 matches and they lost both the matches, giving 104 points against them. So, this match is really crucial. Have been said that their playmaker Lahirul Lakshan, the fullback, also used to play as a centre. He is being injured on the St. Joseph's game, and he is out for the rest of the season, which is not a good sign for the Kannangara lads. So I got the team cards to start off with. Visiting team Kingswood, the prop forwards Sanoj Malaka, Ahmad at the hooker, Chandraratna at the other prop, Akila Madhushankar, Gunaratna and Deshapriya at the hooker, at the locks, and Vimalavira and Shanish playing as third row along with Shannon. And Faris Ali playing fly half, the blind winger Sirivardhana, and the 2 centers Chandrasen and Vellangiria, along with the captain who is another playmaker, Reza Rafaid. Last year he was superb for Kingswood, running number of tries. Probably last year he was a top try scorer for Kingswood. And at the fullback position, played by MCB Senaviratna. And Inshaf is with us in the commentary box, and Inshaf got the Kannangara team card for you.
CWW Kannangara led starting off with JW Kokila, NVH Hirushan, SA Azwa, D Devinda, Chaturanga, Jeevanta, Madhushankar, Dharmasiri, Piris, Pereira, Sudarshana, MH Shenal, Samaranayaka, and Namaratunga. Back to you, Sabu.
Thank you. So all set. Weather looks nice and gloomy. We never know what time rain is going to fall. But this should be an interesting first 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see. There goes the kickoff. Collected nice. Lovely steps. Oh, that's high. That's high. Just in front of referee Gamini. And it's a sin bin incident. So we just started. I'm not sure who the player is. Looks like they're hooker. In fact, that's number 5, SM Gunaratna. That was a clear high tackle. He was lucky enough to survive on that incident. And Kannangara, first penalty, into touch. Good kick, almost got saved, not sending to a touch by W.A. Shanesh, who's wearing the number 8 jersey. So Kannangara with the first line out so far. Short line out, but it's not straight. That's only a 4-man line out. The first error comes in the set piece. Kingswood, of course, have some great experience in their side. There are a few last year players. I think there's 4 to 5 players who played last year. And this is their first set piece scrum for the Kingswood. So they're now down to 14 men. Kannangara have an early advantage. We'll see how they capitalize. It's Shahan to feed the scrum. Looks nice and steady scrum. Brilliant scrum. There goes That kick high by Seneviratne. Good collection by the skipper. Support. Good support coming in, but looks like a turnover by Kingswood. Referee says play on. Player held up. And the ball pops, but still in favor of Kingswood. And this time here they goes with the wing. There goes Rafaidin. Send it to number 22, the other winger. And he looks like he's through. And that's the first points on the board. Even with one-man shot, Kannangara. Even with one-man shot for Kingswood College. That's number 22, PN Marambe. It says from the jersey. Looks like perhaps it could be Sirivardhana, but the jersey number says number 22. It could be PN Marambe. I'll get the exact name later on. So early points as Kannangara move on to 5 points to nil with the conversion to come from the skipper's boot. Looks good. What a peach by Riza Rafaidin. That's the sweetest ever kick I have seen so far in this season. With a tough angle. And it goes straight into the post. So 7 points to nil for the Reds.
It'll be interesting to see how CWW Kannangara stage a fight back from this point. They have not been in the good books in this season so far. They had a very tough game in their season opener, in fact, against Isipatana College later on with St. Joseph's College. But then I think this will be a time for them to look back and work on their errors and try to make something up their sleeve. We'll see how it goes. Fly half with the restart now.
That's skipper Amartunga who restarted. Kingswood with the ball. That's a good pass by the scrum half. Now this is interesting. Riza Rafaidin playing as a first receiver, and he puts a high kick, and opposite skipper fumbles with the ball but managed to keep the position. This is vital. Now they all need to keep steady and manage the game from here. Oh, the scrum half was trying to go for a box kick, but playing advantage. Kannangara still with the ball. And looks like the kick was collected. Here goes Rafaidin. Steps 1, steps 2, and fends it off nicely. Look at his pace. He's got some serious skills. He beat 4 people. And he goes under the post. That is scintillating stuff by the skipper Rafaidin. And we did mention Rafaidin about how good player he is in the roundup, if you listen to that. And this time around, that was a scintillating try. And just to let you know that Kingswood playing with only 14 men on the park. First yellow card in the first 10 minutes of the game. SM Gunaratna, the lock forward, was sent out. He made a horrendous high tackle on the Kannangara captain. And he's out in the naughty boys share. So 12 points to nil with the conversion to come. So that's 14 points to nil, and at the looks of it, this is not a good sign for the host. The debutant in the Division 1 top tier segment, CWW Kannangara. Like I said earlier, the playmaker Lahirul Lakshan has been ruled out due to an injury which occurred against St. Joseph's. So he's missing for the rest of the season. So the restart, it's a deep kick which is collected by the flanker. Sends it to the fly half. That was a lovely kick. That was a really good kick. So 2-on-1 situation. Steps nicely. But Kingswood showing so much power in the defense, and that's a turnover. But referee says it's a penalty, maybe coming sideways. So this is the second line out for Kannangara. The first one was a short line out and the throw went not straight. We'll see how this goes. Again opted a shot, this time around RH Chaturanga the hooker. This time the throw looks good, but it was stolen by Kingswood, and number 25, he goes smashing and offloaded to number 1. That's a big prop forward. And sets up nicely. This is really good piece of play and pick and run. Good defense by Kannangara this time around. Sends out wide, should have passed it, numbers out wide. Instead the number 15, Seniratna tries to run by himself and fumbles the ball. So Kingswood lost the ball position. Once again it was in the opposite half. We have played 10 minutes so far. Kingswood leading 10 points to nil. Inshaf, you were watching the match Kingswood St. Peter's. How was that game went with regard to this 10 minutes?
In comparison to what we saw last week, I think Kingswood has come up the line in most of the instances we can see them playing some more fast-moving rugby at CR today. I think Rafaidin has been the key man for Kingswood's this 10 minutes. I think Sabe, with more action to come, we will see how. I think we can expect something more from Faris Ali and Velangiri sometime.
Absolutely, and also Coach Castro Ananda Kasturiarachi, a well-known figure who have created many numbers, many national players under his coaching and guidance. Surely have gone to the drawing boards after the loss against St. Peter's and given some good instructions. Surely they are looking for a big score, but this was a great pick and run by the number 8, but equally well defended by Kingswood. And once again they turned over the ball. Now this is not good defending by CWW Kannangara. Kingswood once again with a short pass, and this time around scrum half sends it wide. Seniratna sends it to their center. What a lovely run. Once again it's Rafaidin. He's been astonishing. He's really playing well. So this is his second try for the skipper Rafaidin. And score moves for 19 points with the conversion to come. Also follow us on Facebook, all the social media stuff, facebook.com and /ThePapare, twitter.com /ThePapare Sports. You can follow us on YouTube, ThePapare Official, and you can follow us on Instagram, ThePapare. Rafael with the conversion. Easy as you like. So that's 21 points, 3 goals to nil so far. We are just under 15 minutes of play. Out of 21 points, Inshaf, Rafaidin have already scored 16 points under his name.
Exactly, Sabe. Without 10 minutes gone, I think CWW Kannangara couldn't take that 14-man advantage as Gunaratna once again joins the pack, joins his team back in the playing area. So it will be tough it'll be very interesting to see if CWW Kannangara can push through some of their men forward and try to get some points on board, because they've not been quite well doing quite well in getting points on board this whole season. So this might affect in the longer run when the points table is chosen as skipper Amaratunga goes to the kickoff.
That's not a bad kick, but Kingswood rather purposely letting it go off the field so they can definitely dominate this line out. So, like I said, it's just under 15 minutes of play so far, and it's already 21 points to nil. But CWW Kannangara, they should minimize the numbers that they are giving, because they went thrashing in the game against St. Joseph's 74 points to 6, and also against the game against Isipatana, the triple champs last year, 71 points to 5. This time around, Reza Rafael again playing as a first receiver. He is so skillful. But Kannangara this time, their skipper, that's Madhava, runs out wide, drive and pass, but unfortunately bad ball handling, as expected in the schoolboy rugby game. This time turnover and counter attack. Senevi Ratna steps out, offloads to number 19. That's YL Silva. I beg your pardon, that's Kulasurya. Kingswood once again with the ball position. Loose ball. Referee playing advantage as Kannangara center knocks it on. So the position wise, Kingswood dominating so far. It's like 90 to 10. And also territory wise, it's like maybe 95 to 10. Kingswood, it's so far it's all Kingswood.
Kingswood College, one-way domination here at CRNFC. With the Singer Schools A Division School Rugby League here. We are on to the third week of play. So we have Kingswood College playing CWW Kannangara here. If you are just tuning in, scores Kingswood College 21 points, CW Kannangara College yet to open their score here.
Shannon feeds in the scrum, but there was a slight knock on. And referee Gamini clearly says another scrum down. Also, the pack looks more stronger, the Reds pack. And during the last two scrums, they dominated really nicely. It was nice and square. So Peer is to feed the scrum. Looks like a lovely scrum, Minsaf. And the pick and run once again. Kingswood showing their skills, and this time drop goal attempt. And it's over. That's a sensational stuff. That's Senevi Ratna, the fullback. That was brilliant, but Chatura Senevi Ratna, the fullback. But I wonder why he went for a drop goal, because they are dominating the game. Could have scored more tries and go for the bonus point, and then from there onwards score more tries. But he was showing his individual brilliance and what he is capable of.
I think so. There's plenty of more time in this encounter to kill. So Kingswood College are taking it very slowly and easily and quietly, the way they want to play, the way the Kingswoodians like playing rugby here, like they play in Candy around there in the hills. So Kingswood College taking things quite comfortably here at CRNFC. Player scoring that drop goal. That was Chatura Seneratna who scored that drop goal. So Kingswood College move on to 24 points to nil. So
Kannangara with the restart. This time collected nicely and send it to Rafaidin. Sorry, Seniratna rather. And he puts it high. Kannangara, that's a good collection by Kannangara winger. That's great running, showing great courage by the winger. That's lovely step. The first real attacking threat comes now for the host.
Kannangara still with the ball. Referee calls Hall's play for a second. Here was a penalty for Kannangara. Skipper Amaratunga opting to go for clearance here. Should be the ideal move for Kannangara at this stage of the game, Sabil.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good touch. I'm sorry, I am not giving the right names on the commentary because some players are not wearing the same jersey numbers as we noticed. So just don't want to give the wrong names on the commentary. Anyways, third line out. Once again, Kannangara have opted the short 4-man line out. The line out was good this time around, and they're going right to left. Another short ball. Good support in the ruck, but loses ball. Now that is discipline. Every time Kannangara goes for the attack, Kingswood managed to turn over the ball. This is probably the 6th time they did this.
I think what Kannangara actually supported them. They go into the ruck with just 1 or 2 men inside. They don't have support. They don't have binding players. But then that was very well.
And that was a silly knock on by the Kingswood player. It was easily catchable ball, but probably he's taken his eyes off the ball. Eyes out the ball rather. So another testing time for Kannangara inside their own half. Scores 24 points to nil in favor of Kingswood, the visitors today. And all points came through 3 goals and 1 drop goal. Also, FA Cup live streaming the semi-final and the final on Sri Lanka's premier sports hub, ThePapare.com. Watch out for all the previews, reviews, articles, and the interviews on ThePapare.com. You can also follow us on Facebook / ThePapare, and also Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. If you go to YouTube and type Papare Official, so you can find all the videos, replays, and all the analysis perhaps. So another testing time for Kannangara. This time the scrum is in favor of them. Looks like a steady scrum once again, but it was shaking, so referee Gamini asked to resettle, giving clear instructions. I wish we can hear that also from the referee's words. So this is if we can get the referee's word clearly, we can improve the rugby into a certain amount and educate everyone, players, coaches, and the public especially. Taking too long this scrum, but it was again fumbles with the ball by Madhava Satsara, another key player, and Bang! That's a beautiful tackle. Still managed to keep the ball, Kannangara. Trying to pass their own territory, 50-meter mark. Trying to come into the opposite half. There's off Madhava. Sends it to the captain. He's a very good little nippy player, the Kannangara fullback, the captain. Once again, is it a turnover? No, it looks like a knock on that on that on that play. So this time the scrum was in favor of Kingswood, who have scored already 24 points. Undoubtedly, Kingswood is looking for a big number here.
Actually, Kannangara has done well after that drop goal attempt, Sabir. I think for the next 10 minutes, I think they are not been able to allow any Kingswood player go past their defense. So in those senses, Kannangara are doing pretty good as they get ready for their scrum as Shannon feeds the ball into the Kingswood scrum. A good clean ball there as he fumbles, but still referee playing advantage as Kingswood still having the ball with them. Faris are trying to slip into one of those defenders there.
Once again, Siniratna with a little chip kick, and that kick looks good, but it was collected nicely by Siniratna. This time he opted to run, and lovely offload. Good support play by Kingswood. And there goes the big prop. Looks like an accidental offside. Actually, it's an obstruction, so another scrum. Kingswood just giving the ball position away.
Also, in other games this week, it will be Trinity College taking on St. Thomas's College, Mount Lavinia at Havelock Sports Club tomorrow. So all stay tuned to the pub to www.papare.com as we bring you all live action right from the word go from Havelock Sports Club tomorrow. Kickoff at 4:30 p.m. from Havelock.
And also we are bringing live St. Peter's playing Wesley. That will be another ding dong battle. Wesley, of course, they played 2 and lost 2, and that will be a vital match for Henry Terrence boys. And that's of course from the same venue as today, CNFC Grounds. Watch live at 4:30 p.m. Periods to feed in. Now, in the early part in soft, for the first 5 to 10 minutes, in the first 2 scrums, the scrum looked nice and steady. But the body language, now the scrum is not really engaging in the first time. Referee has to stop. So this stop and play is very, very important. I mean, if you analyze a game, probably the playing time is going down to 20 minutes, maybe 20 to 22 minutes, which is not a good sign for the school's rugby.
I think, as Sabir, as you said, for the first 20 minutes, there was some fast-moving action playing. I think towards the next 5 minutes, I think fatigue and stamina had affected the players. I think Sri Lankan rugby will need to develop on that areas very much. I think Sabir has.
Kannangara once again with the ball. I have kicks it. That's a full out. That's surely a full out because the ball is taken outside the 22 meters. Although it comes inside, so it's a full out. So the line out comes into the 22-meter mark. What Kingswood should do is keep the ball in hand and work. Do not kick. Do not kick. Do not give the ball position to the opposite team. Score many tries as you like. Because all the points they are scoring will help them at the last or the final week of the conclusion of the school's rugby league.
I think Sabir, as you mentioned, I think it's a chance for Kingswood College to utilize some of their unknown traits like if you'd seen, it was only two players. I think it was their captain Rafaidin and one other player who was involved in scoring tries. But it's time to loosen up their defense and try to attack, and that has been taken over by Kingswood College. Referee stops play for.
It's actually a try, Inshaf. The referees awarded a try. It was a driving maul, but not sure how the try came. Even referee was not sure. He was assisting, maybe a linesman, assistant referee. D. Nimal gave him a word. So Nimal was right there on the picture as he says try. The try scorer is Adib Gibran, who is the hooker for the Kingswood College. So they have secured the bonus point with 4 tries. And Reza Rafaidin with the conversion. When we did the preview, in fact, before the season, let me finish this conversion. Looks good, but just wide from the uprights. That's the first miss for the skipper Rafaidin. During the preview that we interviewed him, he was so confident with the team. They are reluctant to come back stronger. They are ready to bring their glory days back. They have created so many good players, Kingswood, namely the Sri Lankan skipper Fazil Marija, Nalaka Virakodi, Eranga Virakodi, and so many. And also their assistant coach Mohammad Jabba, who is a former Kandy Sports Club winger. He must be working tirelessly with their 3 quarters. So after playing 2 matches, 1 win and a 1 loss is not they wanted. In fact, it was very close, the match against St. Peter's. Right, the restart by Madhava. And fumbles, but referee says knocks back. Seniviratna with a thumping up and under. And it goes to touch, but it says a full out. So the kick needs to be fallen inside the field, not outside. Especially when you take the ball outside the 22-meter line. $29 points to nil so far. We are in the first half. We have played almost 34 minutes. This time lineout was stolen by Kingswood lads. So Rafaidin opting to play as a first receiver, and this time it's a good kick. Now this is really interesting that Kannangara, for the last, all of their lineout in fact, have used the short man, 4-man lineout. But what happened was they couldn't retain position. Now this time around also the same 4-man lineout. This time throw looks not straight, so it's a clear weakness in Shaf. It's a clear weakness, their line out. I don't know how their coach Asela's miss is impacting this season, because he is the man who bought this young Kannangara side for the last 4 years maybe. He's also been a former Kannangara player, but apparently he is not with the squad, although he give as the best support. I'm not sure how it works.
Shenan puts the ball in to the line out for Kingswood College. Very well executed as Rafaidin goes for the kick. He goes deep. There's a player underneath it, but yes, unfortunately it was a kick full out Sabe, so play will be brought back inside the 22 meters. Where I think Rafaidin didn't see that coming, but by any chance he would have opted to go to get some kind of bounce inside the field and let the ball go out, but then unfortunately the ball went full out. So it will be once again Kannangara's opportunity on another line out, as Sabi, as you mentioned. It'll be interesting to see how they use this line out properly. Yes, finally they go for the quick one there.
That's really clever thinking. But he was thrown into the touch. In fact, it's still a Kannangara ball, so this is a good thing. If you watch the line out were taken, Science College did something similar against St. Thomas. That was a very well worked line out. Short line out, taking a quick one, and they scored a scintillating try against St. Thomas's. Early lifting caused, yes, referee playing advantage for a free kick, but let it go. It was late. Referee once again playing a penalty advantage. Good chance sets up for Kannangara. Giving short balls. That looks like another late tackle maybe. But this is good. We'll see how many phases they can play with the ball in hand. Great tackle. Still supports come nicely. This time chooses to send the ball to the left. And there goes number 22. That's a lovely run. That's a lovely run by Hirushan. Sends it out nicely. Still trying to go inch by inch. But they need to probably form a bit deeper their line. Looks like Kingswood playing offside. It looks fine now, but the penalty goes against Kannangara this time because falling off it. So a really good chance was missed by Kannangara. Kingswood really interesting as they taken the tap inside their 20 meters and they chose to run this time. There goes the center. That's Velangiria. Chennai Ratna sent it to Rafaidin, and they are going out wide. Swifting right to left, and this time around the flank. That's number 7. There he goes, Kasun Vimalavira. Unfortunately, he could not finish it off in style. So referee playing advantage for a knock on. Kasun Vimalasuri, that was a good run, but he was trying to cross inside, but unfortunate enough to finish it off and to increase the scoreboard. 29 points to nil so far, with 4 tries, 3 conversions and 1 drop goal.
The halftime mark almost approaching here at CRNFC as the clouds set to be a bit gloomy right here. Any chances of rain, Sabil?
I'm not really sure in Shaf. At the looks of it, we can play probably another 40 minutes without any trouble. I'm not a weather expert, but this time around, Kannangara, that's a lovely basketball pass, but it looks another knock on from the CWW Kannangara end. So I can sense another try coming for the boys in reds. It's quite interesting. Their Kingswood number 8 is quite a small figure at the looks of it. That's Shiniz, W.A. Shiniz.
But then I think this whole season, I think it's not about size sub, it's about playing ability and capability. I think many other teams here don't have those stereotype prop forwards and the pack forwards, but then referees awarded a penalty there with Vimla Veera trying to go for the quick. The Kingswood College still with the ball. He breaks through. Kingswood College trying to seep in that gap. Will they succeed? As as their number 8 tries. Yes, he's successful at the end. That is in fact. Stay tuned as we get the correct verdict. As yes, referee has signaled a try.
Yeah, it's another try. I'm not sure with the try scorer. So it's 34 points to nil with the conversion to come. Riza Rafael, the skipper, he made the very first conversion in the same angle, which is quite difficult, and he absolutely nailed it. We'll see whether he can make it another one.
Benedict's one.
Rafael with the kick, and once again he nailed it. This is really, really good kicking. And it's really interesting, Rafael coming as the first receiver most of the time, and he's also involving in the line, wearing the number 14 jersey. And his pace was really threatening.
Who scored? A few more minutes remaining in this first half of play here. Kingswood College dominating play with more than 30 points on board. Player the points tally leading 36 points to nil as Kingswood College once again with the ball. He goes out to Rafaidin. Rafaidin kicks deep. There's a play on it, but he misses. The ball bounces forward. There's an attacking player that will get through to, unfortunately. It was a good ball handling by Kannangara out there, but still Kannangara yet in trouble.
Kingswood turn it over. This is superb time. This is not the first time they did it. Maybe a 7th or 8th time. Sends out wide. Seniratna goes into support, picks the ball and run from the right short side. Seniratna still with the ball. Support comes nice and timely. Sends out wide. It's fumbled by number 10. That's fly half. So Riza Rafael waiting on the out. But Kingswood gave position on that occasion. So the last try scorer, if I'm not mistaken, it's the prop forward Sanoj Malaka, WA Sanoj Malaka. So the score moved with that conversion, 36 points to nil. And running real time. If you see on the screen, the clock is running on the real time. The match started 4:30:31, and we have not got the stoppage time. So don't think we are overplaying it. Actual time is the referee's time. Sends out wide nicely, and it's not a good kick. Not much power on that kick. Once again, passing needs now. This is danger as Rafaidin runs and passes it to their center, number 30. Wellangiria runs this time, the big giant center. Wellangiria, has it been? Oh! Did he do an offload? Yes, he did do an offload. That's a beautiful run. And the captain gets the offload and says thank you very much to the big center. So Rafaidin, that's his third try of the game. In fact, yes, it's hat-trick. And the score moves on, 41 points to nil with the conversion to come. This probably the last play before the halftime, I assume. And already Rafaidin made 2 conversions with this angle. And he should be able to make it this time around. So far, he's really playing the captain's knock, Inchaf. What do you think about this conversion? Will he make it 3 out of 3 with the same angle? I mean,
I think it has been it is his comfort zone on his left side. I think he has been very comfortable in at that angle. So let's see whether he can get this too as well. Very unfortunate there. The ball was drifting away towards the right corner as referee calls it for halftime. It's halftime here at Sierra FC as Kingswood College leading against CWW Kannangara College 41 points to nil. That 41 points coming off six tries, 4 conversions, and 1 drop goal. Stay tuned with us. Also in the news. We have upcoming. We have the traditional Kannangara Trophy, which will be played against St Thomas's College and Trinity College, which will be kicked off at Havelock's Sports Club ground tomorrow at 4:30. So stay tuned to ThePapare.com as we bring you live action from that encounter as well, and we'll be back after the break.
You're watching www.ThePapare.com, and just to let you know that FA Cup semi-finals and the finals, which will be showed live on ThePapare.com, and also the articles, previews, and reviews. Stay tuned to watch if you're a football fanatic or a sports fanatic, and the score results out here so far. It's been half-time played. Kingswood leading 41 points to nil with 6 tries and 4 conversions, and 3 tries, of course, under their captain Riza Rafaidin, and 1 drop goal from the boot of Senavi Ratna. So CWW Kannangara skipper Madhava to take the start. Well collected by Kingswood, Velangiria. The flanker sets off nicely. He made a huge, beautiful offload rather to Rafaidin. And this time Rafaidin once again has a first receiver. The kick was knocked on, but referee playing for the offside because... But here goes the quick tap by number 10, the fly off Faris Ali. But Ali is a little struggling in the first half. He made 2 knock-ons, and this time around goes out wide. Faris Ali dummies pass and sets up nicely. And that offload was not collected cleanly as it goes for a knock-on.
Referees halted play here. I think there's a blood injury here. I think it's one of the CWW Kannangara players who are down on the ground. It's actually number 9, the scrum half of the team. It's BM HV Mendes who's down on the ground. So I have Fazlan with me here for the second half. Fazlan, what is your take today? Pretty one-sided encounter, yeah?
Yes, Inshaf, Kingswood have dominated the game, so there are no favors to Kannangara. So I think if Kannangara could fight back as possible, they would do their best to at least gain a couple of tries. So it's a scrum down over there, we can see. It's in favor of Kingswood. The number 8 is holding the ball.
Ref having a small discussion with the injured player there to check whether he's okay to play. I think Kannangara playing one of the younger sides in this school rugby format, with most of the players be having more than 2 or 3 years to play in this encounter. It's all about them staying in this top league, being more competitive and trying to move on. So as Kannangara readies to feed the ball in.
Yeah, there goes the scrum down, crashed by Kingswood, and Kingswood runs.
Kingswood still with the ball, left players play on. Kingswood having the ball, unfortunately the ball goes out into touch. Attacking opportunity there for Kingswood College. Unfortunately, it was, I think, their scrum of Shenish who sent the ball out into touch. So it will be, in fact, Kingswood's line out. I think there would have been a small touch of ball by one of the Kannangara players. Kingswood with a clean line out as a number 8 breaks through. He has numbers on its outside. Will they go for the outside? But will they play with their men in the mall?
Kannangara trying their best to defend, but Kingswood goes on and it's on. So they are almost on the try line, and the referee calls it for penalty. Referee calls it for a scrum, and it's Kingswood's ball. I see a Kannangara player down over there. Kannangara has pretty much improved a lot in Shaf from when we look back at their past, and now they have improved a lot in size-wise as well, because their second rows and flankers are pretty built compared to the Kingswood players as well.
Yes, Farzan. I think this kind of rugby for a young side like this is quite appreciable. I think coming up from the B division, playing in this top tie, I think Kannangara has achieved something. But they need to continue this form on to the next few matches as well. As the number 8 breaks through, he takes one player down. Kingswood goes down the ball. The ball has been sent through open play. Kingswood still with the ball as Seni Ratna Faris Ali makes a run for it. He should have passed, but then Kingswood still with the ball. Referee playing play on. Kingswood still with the ball. Will he score? Faris Ali goes on to the try line there. He's inches away from the try line. Will he score? He goes long. Rough fighting now on to one of their forwards. Unfortunate therefore Adib Gibran of Kingswood College there. He knocked on the ball. Referee playing advantage. It's Kannangara who's having the ball with them.
Kannangara chooses to kick it out, and Kingswood. Oh, and it's a line out. Okay, Kannangara, another player is down. Oh, he's okay. He's up. He's going. So it's a line out.
Opportunity missed there by Adib Gibran for Kingswood College. Unfortunately, there he knocked on the ball in that attempt, or he could have gone all the way to the try line to score Kingswood's seventh try. I'm guessing.
Actually, Inshaf, Ali could have passed the ball over there without taking it alone. Instead of taking it alone, he could have passed the ball, which could have given them another try. He did not. He chose to run alone, so it was a bad attempt over there.
Disappointing news there for Kingswood College. As you can see in the outside, we can see a blood injury. It's actually the wing and number 9, the scrum of Sheni's, who's Shenan. I'm sorry, he's taken away because of blood injury as Sirivadana comes in for Kingswood College, and
Kingswood over there taking the ball, going through, rough fighting going through, and it's Kannangara's ball. It's a knock on, and referee calls. It's Kingswood's ball again. Kannangara on the other side, on the on the try line, defending themselves, and Hooker takes the ball, and Adib Gibran takes the ball, and yeah, I should say it's some good defending by the Kannangara players. It's Kannangara's ball this time. Kannangara chooses to kick it out. No, I think it's... Oh, the game is paused for a while.
I think this encounter has already found its winner. I think first done. We have another exciting encounter on the line. It's St. Peter's taking on Wesley College tomorrow at this same venue. First done, what is your take on that? Will Wesley be able to conquer the Peterites, or will it be the other way around?
I cannot give a word about it, Inshaf, but both the teams are tough, and Wesley has lost 2 matches, so I think they'll be prepared to dominate this game. At the same time, I'm not underestimating St. Peter's College. They are very good. So yeah, and yes, there goes the game. Scrum. The line out is called. It's a crooked throw by the Kannangara, and it's a scrum off for the Kingswood players. I remember Kingswood playing Kingswood player Rajita Sansoni, who played for Kingswood in early 2000 and in 2010 and 11. Yes, he was pretty famous for his kicks, and then again he played for Upcountry Lions, if I'm not wrong. Yes, a pretty famous fullback.
Unfortunate there for Faris Ali. I think he taking up duties as scrum off, but Kingswood still with the ball. They have quite a bit of attacking opportunity there. He goes deep as to for his 3/4. He goes wide. Not a good pass yet. Still rough fighting with the ball. He tries to cut in one player. He still has passed it on to the number 11. That is Sirivadana. Sirivadana goes into contact.
Oh, there goes. That's a good tackle by the prop forward Kokila, and the ball goes on to the winger. Rafaidin takes the ball. Rafaidin on the line, and it goes a try. The first try for the second half scored by Rafaidin.
Masterpiece act there by Rafarin. Once again, skipper taking up duties as captain there. Once again, doing a bit of his own gimmicks there. I think it was a repeat performance of what he performed earlier. Rafarin goes over for his fourth try for the day. First down, it's quite a bit of achievement. I think he's one of Kingswood's most wonder boys this year. I think I'm guessing scoring his fourth try, as well as he was the man behind all these conversions.
I think he should keep his standard high, and he will probably be the leading point scorer this season if he goes on like this. And do you think this will be converted? The try scorer takes the kick. So Insaf earlier, he missed the last conversion of the first half. So this will be his first in the second half. Let's see how it goes. Rafaidin on the ball. There he goes. And it is missed. It goes to the far post. This could have been added points for the Kingswood players. Unfortunately, Rafaidin couldn't make it. Back again, the Kannangara boys getting back to their game. Kannangara should be more concerned about their attacking as well, as their defending is average. I wouldn't say it's the best, but yeah, if their attacking is good, they would do very well, and they would change the score in the scoreboard. There goes Amaratunga with the kickoff, and it's a line out. And Kingswood takes the kick. No, referee calls it. So
Referee halted play there. I think it was the Kingswood wing kick or trying to take that advantage with the quick throw in, but unfortunately he saw there was a CWW Kannangara player there. As we can see on the outside, we can see a set of young Kannangara players warming up, trying to go in as replacements. As Kingswood College tries to take the line out there, Alib Gibran with the throw. In fact, takes it cleanly there, as referee signals an advantage in favor of Kingswood College. Faris Ali kicks deep. He goes deep. There's a player there. Will he be able to take the ball collected cleanly by the Kannangara player? Here comes the skipper for Kannangara. He looks at his options. He goes through. He fumbles. Unfortunate enough for Kannangara. Advantage here for Kingswood College as the player breaks through. But then again, he too fumbles the ball. So referee calls play back for the first knock on. So it will be Kingswood's ball, almost near the 22-meter line.
The skipper of Kannangara could have passed the ball. Yet again, another mistake. And he chose to run alone. But the Kingswood players didn't let him do that. There goes another scrum. As far as the scrums, Kingswood has been taking all the scrum balls with their strength of the front line, I should say. They are pretty huge. And the number 8 breaks up good, I should say. Shanish, the number 8, who has been breaking in all the scrums. And
replacements coming up for both sides there. Atawuda making his way onto the field for Kingswood College, while number 13 for CWW Kannangara, WR Avishank Ali Nishanka making his way towards the field there.
Nishanka goes as the second row for Kavinder, who was also a replacement in the first half. So there goes the scrum, and it's Kingswood, and the scrum half tackles the ball, and Faris Ali on going to the center. No. And it's a nice offload, I should say, an offload very well done. And Kingswood number 8 again, Shenesh, very well, a sensational run it was. And the number Sirivardhana goes on. It's an advantage called by the referee. Kingswood takes the ball. They choose Farizoli and pass. Okay, referee calls it again.
Quick hands, quick thinking by Fardis Ali. Wanted to take that quick tap, looking at that Kingswood, looking at the weaknesses in the CWW camp there, but then referee signals that it was not taken in the correct place. Here comes Fardis Ali with the quick tap. He goes to his prop forward. He goes to the Adib Gibran, and yes, Adib Gibran is the man who scores for Kingswood College. A very well executed try, I think. It came off his, I think Adib Gibran saw the man, saw his weakness, and went all out to the try line. Try time for Kingswood College. That brings up the 8th try for Kingswood College as scores move on to 52 points to nil.
Fariz Ali knows the weakness of his opponent, so that's why he hits the gap. Kannangara could have stopped him, but only few tried to stop which couldn't stop him. His strength was pretty much equal to three other players who were trying to stop him, but he did not stop. There goes Rafaidin with the conversion. He missed his previous kick. This is the second one. And that goes. The referee says yes. Very well done, Rafaidin. The Kannangara boys huddling up with the coach, I guess. They're talking and they're getting back to the field, to the positions.
First done, if we consider Kannangara's performance in their last outings, they have been able to score only a total of 11 points here. I think that's a bit disappointing for a Division 1 side. I think word would have gone that they need to get some points on that board, get some more points, hit into the Kingswood attacking phase, try to get some more points, try to get a penalty or so and get some points on the board, I think, first down.
Inch not to, but I would appreciate if they survive in the top division, because they rarely have a ground even to play. So they are doing very well with the resources they have. So we should appreciate that. And the ball was taken by the number 8. Shenin runs through to the third man. A very well run by Shenin. I should say a 20-meter run it was. And the scrum half takes the ball. Fariz Ali again to the center. Madhuvanta Kumar takes the ball. And the offload did not work over there. Inshaf, Kingswood players are doing pretty well with the offload. What do you say about it? It looks like more like a professional game.
I think they've been given some proper training by their coaches. I think early on I saw towards the early encounter it was St. Peter's College versus Kingswood College. They weren't playing after their mark, after that Kingswood Rugby standard, but then today they've been performing quite well today. I think we saw earlier offload here at early as well, where Velangiri offloaded onto their skipper Rafaidin, who went on to score. So I think it has been working quite well for Kingswood College at this moment. As CWW Kannangara readies their scrum. As the scrum half feeds the ball in, I think Kingswood College have been the bigger side in the pack. They are weighing the more. I think they have a uneven advantage against their counterparts first done. Am I right?
Yes, you are exactly right, Inshaf. Shenin ran around 20 meters from the kickoff. It was amazing with his side steps, and he took over 3 players, which is very impressive for a number 8. Scrum goes, and yes, again Kingswood crashing. The flank on the ball. Atauda breaking through. And now It's Rafaidin, Sirivardhana and Vellangiri on this line, going through, taking two players. Vellangiri had numbers on his left, but he chose to run. And then again, Kingswood going on with more facers. And referee calls it a forward. And we can see the Kingswood players have been playing more facers, which could help them to gain more meters on the field.
I think Faris Ali in that occasion had numbers on his right side, but then he opted to go on his own. I think they should adapt to passing their ball towards the corners so that the fast-moving men can do their job as well. Fazlan.
They see only the gap they have. They don't see the gap their partners have. That's the issue over here, I guess. So it's Kingswood on the scrum again. I think they'll dominate this as well. Yes, but Kannangara has the ball. Scrum half chooses to keep the ball with him. And the ruck. Lakmal on the ball. Lakmal passes the ball. Referee calls it. It's Kannangara's ball. Then the kicks it to the touch, and the referee calls the line out. What do you think about the three quarters, Inshaf? They are pretty fast and they are very well with their offloads. It's just that they don't see the gap their partners have. So what do you have to say, Inshaf?
I think Kingswood's Rafaidin has been a magnificent player to watch. I think he reminds me of those greats of Kingswood College. Some people like Fazil Marija. I think he resembles a bit of gimmicks of Fazil Marija in this encounter. So it's all about him carrying on. As the referee indicates, a knock on there by the Kannangara player. Sloppy hands by that Kannangara fly half there. He could have easily passed the ball towards there. He had numbers on his inside, but unfortunate enough, he couldn't handle the ball properly. So it will be once again a Kingswood scrum again. I think this game has had many stoppages in the second half. I think it has halted steady movement of play Fazlan. So I think this should be prevented in further encounters to come. I think when Kingswood plays heavyweights such as St. Joseph's this year.
St. Joseph's are pretty tough, I should say. They dominated the game against St. Peter's and they got the trophy after 16 years. And Inshaf, the fly-off over there, Pirish, I think he lacked a bit of positioning. If he was positioned correctly, he would have got the ball. And we can see Shenin again running through the players, crashing them, and the prop forward with his hand off. There goes, he chooses the blind side. Faris Ali goes with the ball with taking over two plays and the offload. Referee calls it in favor of Kannangara and it's a scrum. Faris Ali has been running through the gaps from the very beginning.
I think, as you said, Faris Ali has been a man who had been masterminding all these breakthroughs for Kingswood. But unfortunate for them, they've been not being able to capitalize on those breakthroughs and try to move forward. But there have been silly mistakes by the binding players knocking on the ball. So they had missed a couple of occasions in scoring. I think that would have costed Kingswood College a few tries. But then on the outset, I think they have 53 points on the board. They got the bonus point. They have a definite victory coming here. So not much of a worry for Kingswood College at this point of the game.
If they concentrate on scoring more points, I think that would be an added advantage for them, since they are running between the opponents very easily. And one thing I noticed in Shaf, that during the offloads, the partner is not being there on time. we have the FA Cup updates on www.thepapare.com. You can see the graphic on screen. We'll be live streaming the semi-finals and the finals. Stay tuned with thepapare.com.
All these pictures coming to you live from the www.thepapare.com. On the outside of the school's under 20 T20 championships, St. Benedict's College were crowned T20 champions a short while ago at R. Premdal Stadium. That's it from the school rugby school cricket arena. I'm sorry. As CWW Kannangara once again with the ball tries to break through, but he goes into a heavy defense by Kingswood College. Now as the skipper of Kannangara tries to clear the ball, but his kick is not very well executed as Rafaidin passes the ball wide to Vellangiri as Vellangiri tries to stage a run there. He takes on one, he takes two, but he's taken down by three Kannangara players there. He takes three players to take Vellangiri down, but Faris Ali is still on the move. Kingswood still having the ball under their helm. They try to work their numbers. Their pass it on to Sirivadan. Sirivadan tries to break through. And unfortunate there once again for Kingswood College. It's a knock on there.
Faris Ali helped a lot, and his big hit, I should say, has knocked down a Kannangara player, and that made the knock on as well. If he had passed the ball yet again, he would have gained a try over there, but unfortunately he did not. I think he's on the line where he could help the team gain more tries if he passed the ball. After all, it's a team game, not a individual game. Yes, we can see the stretcher going on.
I think Faris, it's always disappointing to see a player being carried out from the field. It's a disappointing sight to see a player being one of their own players being taken out of the field through a stretcher. So it's unfortunate enough for CWW Kannangara at this moment losing one of their key players. So we are yet to ascertain who exactly was the player who's down. All these pictures coming to you live from Sri Lanka's number one premier sports channel www.thepapare.com. You can join us on our social media networks. On Facebook, you can check out us on facebook.com/ThePapare, twitter.com/ThePapare Sports, and also on YouTube. You could check out all our exclusive replays and match highlights on our official channel. It goes as ThePapare Official, and also on Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram on our official Instagram account, instagram.com/ThePapare.
And the scrum as usual, but this time it's Kannangara's ball, and they managed to survive in the scrum down. And the fly half Pires takes the ball. He chooses to kick. It's not a okay. It's a line out. I should say it's a pretty good kick from where he was. So it's Kingswood's ball this time. We can see the Kingswood players coming back for the line out, and Shenning with the ball as a hooker. He's very multi-talented, I should say. In Shaf, he's playing as the number 8, and his running skills are amazing, and he's the hooker as well. So I think he should make it to the Sri Lankan team.
That's a right judgment. That's a very well executed throw there as Faris Ali goes in. But unfortunately enough, Faris Ali, I think the player who he meant to pass was not looking at as the ball. So it will be a knock on once again for CWW Kannangara.
I think the ploy was correct. What Faris Ali did was correct, but the player couldn't collect the ball well. So Faris Ali has been very impressive with the skills he has.
As you said, I think Shannon has been the highlight of today's encounter. I think with a body weight of over 90 kilograms, sidestepping in that pace is quite impressive work for Farzan. I think he has prospects of being one of Sri Lanka's top notches if he continues this form as well.
I hope he will do as we saw earlier. His running and his throwing, his breakdowns in the scrums, and so it's Kannangara's ball this time. Kannangara on the line. No, it's and again okay. It's a good run by the center Amaratunga. He has gained more around 10 meters for the Kannangara boys, and it's a knock on over there, and the referee calls it. It's a knock on for the Kingswood boys. Inshaf, I say Inshaf, Kannangara has the running ability where they could run very faster than what we expect. It's just that they don't have the strength in the scrum. Their pack, the boys in the pack don't have much of a strength. If only they had strength, they would have dominated much more scrums with Kingswood. And the Kingswood scrum of Shannon takes and then passes to the Shanez, and it's a line out. There we could see they've been doing the side steps pretty well.
As you said, Kannangara has been very fast on their feet, but then they failed to execute all of their attempts. I think the earlier attempt they had enough of space to capitalize and get some territory on their side, but unfortunate enough they had a knock on the ball. If you notice, territory has been always within Kingswood's side. I think more than 75% of territory coming for Kingswood, while position in the other hand has been equally balanced with both teams having even position there. Somewhat okay throw in by the Kingswood hooker there. He passes it on to Vellangire. Vellangire tries to cut into. He goes deep. He has numbers on his right side. Will he go the way? He has numbers. He goes into a ruck there. Referee signals advantage. Referee still signaling advantage as the number 11 for Kingswood College. Will he have the distance to go? Yes, he does. It's try time for Kingswood College. Try number 9 coming up in this singles A Division Schools Rugby League for against the CWW Kannangara. It's try time. It was actually Sirivadan who scored for Kingswood College as Kingswood move on to 58 points to nil against CWW Kannangara.
Starting off from the 50-meter line, Faris Ali has fly half, gained around 20 and offloads it to Vellangiriya. Vellangiriya takes over 2 players, and then Sirivardhana goes on to the try line. As you said earlier, yes, Inshaf, Kannangara has not been on the Kingswood's 22-meter line from the very beginning of the second half. If they concentrate more on the attacking side of theirs, they would at least score a couple of tries. And there goes easy conversion by Rafaidin, and the score becomes 55-0. Inshaf, what do you think? Since there is more time, will they score 100 or not?
Quite impossible from this point of view, but I think Kingswood can work out 2 more tries impossible, and then try to shift their score up to 70 points. I think every point they score counts when it comes to this competitive stage. Fazlan, when the final week comes, when the points are calculated as to who ends up taking that league trophy. I think we had the same instance during the Kandy Navy Club Rugby Division encounter, where Kandy took Navy only on their points difference. So every point counts in this stage of play. So Kingswood College will opt to capitalize on this encounter and get another 2 more tries on board. They'll be solid and well off in this encounter.
And yet again another kickoff for Kannangara. And second row misses the ball. Faris Ali on the ball, and he kicks it. Not a good kick though. Okay, it's a bad. Referee calls it. I think this is the first time they came to the 22-meter line after in the second half, I should say. And the coaches call it for a penalty. And referee has a discussion with the players of Kingswood. I think they should. Inshaf, I think they should go for the penalty because they don't have a single point on the scoreboard. What do you say? But
I think it was referee's mismatch there. I think referee signal for a scrum there. So it will be unfortunate enough for Kannangara. They won't be getting their 3 points. So we can see the referee or rather the coach of Kannangara screaming out for those 3 points. But unfortunate enough, Kannangara will go back into a scrum there. It will be.
if they hold on this scrum, I think they would be able to gain a try. But unfortunately, they lost the scrum as well. The referee calls the ball yet again in favor of Kannangara, and Kannangara does 2 substitution over there with the prop and the second row. Sorry, I would say Kingswood made 2 substitutions. Chandraratna goes in and Adib Gibran goes out. Kannangara breaks through and he runs across. That's a pretty bad mistake. They couldn't gain a single meter. And fly off going with the ball. Passes to the center. They try their level best to defend the ball in the ruck. Piris again on the center. No, it's Kannangara's ball, but they haven't gained any meters. Instead of going forward, they are going back, holding on the ball. Kingswood gets the ball, and it's such a waste of coming all the way to the 22 meter, and it's another knock on over there. The referee calls it.
Another attacking opportunity. I would say for Kannangara, I think they need to get some points on board in this encounter. I think all of the encounters they've been actually able to see through some points. I think they scored a try against Isipatana, got 2 penalties against St. Joseph. So I think this encounter they're obviously wanting some points on their board for their satisfaction. So it will be game on for Kannangara from this point, because the Kingswood has achieved all what they want on this encounter. So they just have nothing to do but just keep going until the referee calls full time. As the scrum half feeds the ball in for CWW Kannangara. Pack again dominated by Kingswood, but Kannangara gets the ball. He passes it, goes on to his center. Center's having numbers on his outside. He needs support. He's out of support there. Will Kannangara retain the ball? Yes, they have been successful in that attempt. As Kannangara goes into those big, heavy mauls of Kingswood. So CWW Kannangara trying to work the ball through the front line. I think that will be a better move than working the ball through their line, working the ball through their 3 quarters. I think first done.
I think they are doing good with the 3 quarters. Inshaf, they have gained a couple of meters from the place where they started. And yet again, they are still playing on with the faces they have. I think they should use the line as well with the 3 quarters, with the speed they have. They're very speed with the ball. I think they should use the 3 quarters than using the. It's a referee calls it for a penalty, and they chooses. And the captain chooses the penalty. As you can see on the screen, Wesley taking over St. Peter's. It will be a pretty tough game, as Peters won their first match against Kingswood couple of last week, and Wesley losing both the matches. And everyone expects a good tough game tomorrow at CRNFC. Stay tuned with ThePapare.com. You'll be able to watch it online.
Also, while all this action takes place in Colombo, there will be quite a bit of action coming up in Kandy. In fact, it will be Dharmaraja College taking on Royal College at Bogambar. It will be an interesting encounter to see, but it will be all eyes fixed on Royal College on how they perform outstation. Their first outstation game away from home, so it will be interesting to watch how they take on Dharmaraja College as the Kannangara kicker Piris readies his kick. Will he have the distance? Unfortunate again for Piris there. I think the kick didn't fall through. So it will be a 22-meter restart. In fact,
Pires tried to get some consolation points over there, but he failed. I think if he had more power, he would have taken the kick over there. It's now flanker runs it away. Scrum half passes the ball to the flanker again, and then Faris Ali goes. And Velangiri has been a pretty tough center with his handoffs. He has been using his hand just to take away the opponents. I think the Kannangara has the ball now, and the prop goes off, and he takes on the Kingswood fly. Referee calls it. It's Kingswood's ball this time. Kingswood takes the ball with the prop forward who came in a while ago. Faris Ali with the ball, running, taking down 3 players, and yes, he's successful with the ruck. Again, the scrum half passes the ball to Chandrasiri, goes off, rumbling on the ground. Rafaidin with the run and the handoff. It didn't work, I guess.
Kingswood College trying on another attacking opportunity here at the attacking 22-meter line as Faris Ali tries to take the ball. He goes to Velangiri cuts short 2 defenders and gets some ground onto Kingswood College. Unfortunate enough, the ball is overturned as referee signals advantage for Kannangara boys, for the Kannangara players in fact. So it will be knock on. So referee halls play for a knock on. So it will be the scrum there. So Kingswood College making another change there. It will be number 16 who will be going onto the field. It will be Kasun Vijay Surya making his way onto the field in place of number 2 Adib Gibran, who comes out. No, I'm sorry. It is number 1 Sanoj Ma. I'm sorry. It was number 8 Shenez who are having a wonderful game today, coming onto the field, getting his ovation from the crowd there.
I would say it's not a pretty good idea taking Shenen, since he has been doing much. He would have gained more tries over there. And Kannangara also making another substitution. No, referee decides to take the game.
Fazlan, I think they were protecting Shenes for the upcoming encounters. I think they have much crucial encounters on their way in the next couple of weeks. So they were taking Shenes out as a precautionary move to prevent him from not getting any injuries sustained. So Kingswood College is having another attacking attempt here. They've been awarded a 22 scrum inside the attacking 22 meters. So it'll be interesting to see how they will work the ball from here, as with the absence of their number 8. So they'll be trying to work the ball. Yes, as Shannon, the scrum half breaks through, he makes some ground. He places the ball. He does have support, but support comes late. So Kingswood College once again having a penalty. Shannon passes the ball. Rafaidin tries to cut deep. Referee says play on. Then prop forward tries to break through. Will he succeed?
They are almost on the try line, and the referee calls it. Scrum half jumps onto the ball. No, it's a penalty for in favor of Kingswood. skipper, will they take a penalty? Or yes, they do. And Rafaidin misses it. He could have taken a place kick, but instead of that, he took a. Okay, referee calls off the game in favor of Kingswood College, scoring 60 points against Kannangara.
So that's it from CRNFC here on behalf of ThePapare.com. Kingswood College getting an easy hand on the victory line, scoring 60 points. 60 points in favor of with CWW Kannangara not trying to get any points on board. So disappointing there for Kannangara, while it will be much positives to take home for Kingswood College once they get back into Kandy. Their second win for this encounter, their first win coming off Wesley College, losing to St. Peter's College last week, but then once again coming back on the winning spree here against CWW Kannangara. So it has been a good day for Kingswood College, while Kannangara will need to work hard on their playing skills here. They need to get something on their line if they want to keep momentum going. So that is it from the Papare crew from CRNFC. Stay tuned to ThePapare.com as we will bring you more action this week from the school's rugby arena. There is St. Peter's taking on Wesley College tomorrow at this same venue at 4:30 p.m. whilst St. Thomas's College will take on Trinity College at Havelock Sports Club tomorrow as well. So stay tuned to Sri Lanka's #1 sports website, www.papare.com. It is goodbye from here. Thank you.